What do you do for a living? I do voices. Yeah! Welcome to this not looking for intelligent life. Oops, wait a mistake.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit about our family. A few years ago, Maya comes to me, she says, I think you'd make a pretty good husband. I said to her, I'll do you a favor. I'll say yes if you ask me to marry you.
Oh my god.
She got on one knee.
That's not how it went down.
No, it's not.
Hey guys, we are home this week and just really enjoying getting to read the comments from these last couple of videos that we posted about our family. Y'all are awesome, so much fun. And we've been noticing a couple of questions about us.
Yeah, I know we shared a little bit about like our family story and about each of our kiddos, but we haven't talked a whole lot about the two of us or like what we do for a living, that kind of thing. And so we figured we would share that with you guys today. And since we're getting to know each other and
Becoming a beautiful family.
becoming a YouTube family. So let's jump right in. So the two of us are very different in a lot of ways.
Complete opposites.
Yeah, like complete opposites. He's very, very extroverted.
And you're an introvert.
And I'm definitely more introverted, which is funny because we have 7 kids. But it is interesting how that works out. And as a homeschooling mom, you know, you get to set your pace and your schedule, so that really helps in a lot of ways. We have quiet reading time every afternoon where I'm able to kind of recharge and focus and meditate and do my Bible studies and that kind of thing. So I know a lot of people ask, like, how do you have 7 kids as an introvert and, you know, all of that. So there are definitely ways to do it and to thrive in that. And I think we found how to do it for us. But Stephen, yeah, you're definitely more extroverted.
Yeah, I would say I am more potentially addicted to adventure and experiences.
Well, we're both that way, though.
Yeah.
We do
I
have a
just
lot in
probably do
common.
it at a more aggressive pace than you do.
Yeah.
And
But we follow along.
yeah. So, you know, I think it works out because I get us out of the house and you help us to rest.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what I mean. Like, we do balance each other out in a lot of ways, but we do have different ways of going about things. We do have a lot in common, though. Like, we do love adventure. We do love like a wide variety of foods and experiencing new things.
Adventurous palates.
Yeah, I'd say we have a lot in common, but just how we go about doing things or how we enjoy doing things can be very different.
Yeah.
I think over the years we have continued to learn how to like love each other well and appreciate each other's strengths and differences. That's something that you have to learn how to do better when you're complete opposites.
Yeah.
But to like really appreciate the beauty of how different we are. It really can be a beautiful thing, even though it can be a little bit more challenging than just two people who naturally are like very much alike.
Yeah.
And so I think that in some ways that can be our greatest strength, but also one of our greatest challenges. And so that's something that we daily work on, and just how to love each other well, how to understand each other better, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's we are very, very different. So
Some of you have asked, kind of, what do we do? How do you provide for a family of 9? And so just a little bit of a background on me. I've kind of always been super driven, entrepreneurial, kind of passionate, visionary guy. I started mowing lawns when I was 8 years old so that I could make some money. Whenever we had like school fundraisers, I took it as an opportunity to sell the chocolate bars that were marked to $1 for $2. Make a little extra cash on the side. Had to give it all back, but you know, whatever. But that's really kind of continued on into my adulthood. And so I sort of just, when you have 7 kids, you just have to diversify
Yeah, for
as much
sure.
as you can. So full time, I'm a pastor, a worship pastor. I do the music at our church here in San Antonio. And in addition to that, I'm an artist. I do albums, songwriting. I'm an author. I've written a couple of books. And then also a photographer, which most recently has really helped a lot as we've picked up quite a bit more expense with
Medical stuff.
medical things and surgeries and all kinds of things like that. And so I started this photography company a little over a year ago and have just had a blast with that. And certainly
You're
that's...
getting really good too.
I'm trying, whatever.
But it's hard to like try new things and kind of branch out there, and I'm like really proud of you that you are taking on new adventures and just being really brave and like trying new things. It's something that I really admire in you, and like have tried to follow suit in that. Like YouTube is one of those things for me, just kind of stepping out there and trying something new. And so
So we really just had to diversify a lot. Like we've worked with a wellness company the last 3 years. I've really, really loved that.
Yeah, I mean, we are both more like natural and holistic in a lot of ways, and so that was kind of like a good fit for us. I've watched kids in the home, but that was when our girls were a lot younger and we didn't have 7 kiddos. But yeah, we have always kind of had some side things and some additional stuff, which has been, I think, really good. You are very driven that way, and I really enjoy trying new things, and so I think that really does work well for us.
Yeah, it's like 6 things this year, and it could be a whole new 6 things next year. You never know. You know?
Yeah, you do never know. But so yeah, that's kind of how we provide for our family, and especially as it grows, just getting creative and trying new things. And but you know, worship leading has always kind of been the main thing, the main way that we take care of our family. Stephen is a very gifted musician and strong leader, and so that has been a big part of our lives since almost the beginning of our marriage. We've been in ministry for quite a while. So we've seen a couple of comments about us maybe doing like a Q&A type video, which I think would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a fun way for you guys to kind of ask some questions. You know, what are you guys curious about us, since we're getting to know each other at this point and still really new to this? That might be kind of a fun way to let you guys know more about us. So if you have something that you are curious about our family, or just something you want to ask, you could just leave a comment, I guess, and we can maybe compile all of those into a video in the future and
make some cue cards up.
Yeah, that might be kind
Read
of
the
fun.
cue cards, show the cue cards.
Yeah, might have
Answer
a little
the cue
fun with
cards.
that. Anyways, so that's a little bit about us. Wrap us up, Stephen.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit about our family. A few years ago, Mel comes to me, she says, I think you'd make a pretty good husband. I said to her, I'll do you a favor. I'll say yes if you ask me to marry you.
Oh my God.
She got on one knee.
That's not how it went down.
No, it's not.
But it would be pretty funny if it did.
And you do good impersonations, so yeah.
What do you do for a living? I do voices. Yes! Welcome to this man looking for challenge in life. Oops, wait a mistake. I'm so happy to be an American. I wanted to be Robin Williams so bad.
You could do voices. Maybe that will be something in the future.
Honestly, I'm considering like how to get into a little more voiceover work.
I think you'd
how
be
to make
really
that
good.
go. How to make that go. So if you have a project you're working on and you need someone who does voices,
His Morgan Freeman one is like
Morgan
amazing.
Freeman. I can't do it.
There was like this app where it was
Not
like
good, Morgan Freeman.
their face, but then your voice, and I thought it was Morgan Freeman for real. It was that good. You got some good impersonations. So you could always go into that line of acting. Yeah. So if you can't tell, it's dark outside now because we have taken so many tries to make this stinking video, and we're not naturals at this.
Strike a pose. Vote. What is this?
I don't know how to strike a pose.
We're so bad at this. There's always money in the banana stand.
Always leave a note.
We look good.
Can you milk me?
Can you milk me?
I can't put that in. We are incredibly awkward people.
Who are getting eaten by mosquitoes?
I'm getting eaten. It's dark outside now. We've only taken like 20 tries at this point because we're not natural on camera. But we care. Hopefully we'll get better. Hopefully we'll get a little bit better at this. At this point, we're having to do a lot of takes.
So many takes.
We forget what we're saying. We stumble over our words. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the one. Okay.
It was sunset.
It wasn't hours and hours.
It was a golden
but-
hour.
Yeah. I just need to let you talk.
You're so much better than I am.
No, I am not. Okay, I am.
I mean, you are.
No. So that's a little bit about us. Hope you enjoyed getting to know us. Bye, guys.
This is how we wave in our family like this. We don't use our wrists. We just use our whole arms
And our heads.
and our heads. We're done.
我已经爱上你，渴望着在一起，可是我们的差距有着很大距离，只能故意骗自己，骗自己放下你。我能不能抱住你，哪怕1秒而已？那天雪花纷飞，寒风刺骨的催，幸福的如死灰，花开正中玫瑰，花开花落一年，你在我的心间，你这花一样的容颜。
So it is a busy week for us this week. We just finished Lincoln's physical therapy appointment this morning, which went really, really well. And I love his therapist so much. We are actually doing multiple therapy appointments this week and a speech evaluation tomorrow. So a lot there, but we are actually going to be having a social worker come to our home tonight because we have a post-placement report due to China. They require that you submit several of those over the following years after you adopt because they just want to monitor the kids and see how they're doing in their new homes. And so we have that tonight, and we've had a few of those in the past and they've always been really pleasant, so not too worried or stressed about it or anything. But we are actually meeting with a new person because we did move to San Antonio a couple months ago, and so they have a new person that's going to be coming to our home for that. So Lincoln and I are going to run into the store real quickly and grab a few things we need, head home and get the house ready, and just looking forward to a good evening. So, Lincoln, are you being my good helper? Yes, I am. We're having some fun here shopping. You see some cool stuff? Yes, I do. Where's Lincoln?
There.
There he is.
There.
Where's Lincoln? You're such a cutie. Are you my big boy? You're so cute.
All by myself.
guys say bye.
Bye.
Woohoo!
Single and peace out.
Is that fun?